For the past 2 years, the AI revolution has been defined by the middle layer, the bridge between raw AI models and the end user. This layer was built by prompt engineers who knew the secret words to make models work, and developers building agent frameworks to help AI perform complex tasks. But as we move into 2026, a brutal reality has set in. The closer your skill is to the model, the faster it loses its value. The fall of the prompt engineer. Imagine you spent the last year perfecting a craft, learning the magic words to make a machine dance, calling yourself a prompt engineer. You felt like you had discovered a hidden superpower, but then almost overnight, the machine grew up. It stopped needing your tricks. Today's models understand raw intent rather than just syntax, causing that moat you built around your career, those secret prompts and complex agent frameworks, to look not like a fortress, but like a sandcastle as the tide comes in. A little over a year ago, the internet was flooded with courses on chain of thought or few shot, prompting to improve output quality. Yet there is an immutable law in tech. The closer a layer is to the model, the faster it iterates and the quicker it devalues. Foundational models like GPT and Claude effectively swallowed the prompt engineering layer and made it the default, automating those hard-won skills into the core architecture. Those who only knew how to talk to the AI are now standing in a moat made of mist. 2. The squeeze of the middle layer. By the middle of last year, the trend shifted toward agents. We saw the Manus phenomenon making headlines after its acquisition by Meta and the arrival of OpenClaw, which allowed everyone to deploy their own private agents. This was hailed as the Linux moment for AI. However, the pattern remains the same. Big model companies are lowering the threshold and taking the middle layer's value for themselves. Why would a user pay for a third-party agent framework when the model itself can navigate a browser, manage files, and execute multi-step tasks natively? The middle layer is being squeezed out, creating what we now call the Hourglass Economy. The upstream, foundational models owned by a handful of giants with 10 billion in compute. The downstream, specific scenario implementations where the AI meets the messy reality of the world. 3. The optimization trap versus revenue creation. For the average person, the upstream high-stakes table is inaccessible. We can only grab the downstream. However, we must realize that implementation itself is divided into two very different worlds: cost-side optimization and revenue-side creation. Most people are currently obsessed with using AI to make old things cheaper, writing copy 5x faster, or automating customer service. While useful for saving money, this has an incredibly low ceiling. Efficiency is not a durable moat. Once an AI tool becomes ubiquitous, the efficiency dividend is leveled out by competition. It becomes a new baseline, a requirement for survival rather than a competitive advantage. If you are just using AI to do your job cheaper, so is your competitor, and you are both just running faster on a treadmill that is also accelerating. Real high-value implementation lies in revenue-side creation, using AI to do what was previously impossible. This means reaching customers you couldn't touch before with at-scale personalized video messages, or delivering a consulting service that updates every hour based on global data streams rather than every quarter. 4. Conclusion: AI first versus AI native. In 2026, while you are busy running N different agents and watching your dashboards, you must stop and ask yourself, am I using AI to make the old world cheaper or to bring a new world into existence? This is the fundamental difference between AI first and AI native. AI first is stuffing AI into an old 20th century business model to see if it runs better. AI native is asking what kind of business can exist today that was physically impossible 10 years ago when this intelligence wasn't as common as electricity. The old world is being made cheaper every day. Joining that race to the bottom is a losing game. The real opportunity lies in standing at the edge of the new world and focusing on outcomes rather than machines. Build your future not on a prompt or a framework that will be obsolete in 6 months, but on a scenario that solves a problem so complex that solving it now feels like magic. The future isn't asking for your best prompt, it is asking if you have the vision to build the new world that is starting to emerge.